Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to qualifier number 16. As I said, there have been 15 qualifiers so far. Most of the teams already have their scores, and the top 24 from this entire list would make it to the semifinals. Before we start, a big thank you to our knowledge partners at the IIM Calcutta Innovation Park. That is the incubation cell at IIM Calcutta, one of the premier management schools in India. They have been our partners every step of the way, helping us conceptualize this event, putting this together, providing us these eminent judges, and overall presenting the mentorship that these kids needed to bring their business ideas to life. For that, a huge thank you to them. Also, we must thank our sponsors. We have BSNL as our gold sponsor, the Webel Fujisoft Vara Center of Excellence, and Logthun as our associate sponsors, and we have SKC LNCT Group of Colleges as our prize sponsor. Well, all the thank yous done. It is now time to take a look at the 3 schools that will be participating today. We have the Delhi Public School from Jorhat, Assam, the DPS Modern India School from Doha, Qatar, and the Vantage Hall Girls Residential School from Dehradun. I would request all the participants to please switch on their cameras. We would love to know you guys better before we start with the presentations. I would request you to introduce yourself to the audience and the judges one by one. We would go school by school. You can come in any particular order. We would love to know which class you're studying in and what are your hobbies and interests. Delhi Public School, Jorhat, if you would like to go first.
Good evening. My name is Guneet Atal and I am from class 10. My hobbies are sports and music.
The rest of the team from Delhi Public School, are you here?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Simran Ghosh and my hobbies are reading and playing sports.
Good evening, everyone. This is Daksha Karwa from DPS Jorhat. I'm from 11th Standard Commerce Street. And my hobbies are dancing. I'm good at dancing.
Good evening, myself Shrishti Malodia from grade 10, Delhi Public School, Jorhat, and my hobbies include art, singing, dancing, etc.
Wonderful. Welcome team from Delhi Public School, Jorhat. I guess that's the entire team. Could we go with the DPS Modern Indian School, Doha, Qatar next?
Well, good evening, everyone. I am Radhika Tom. I'm from DPS MIS Qatar, and I enjoy debating and sports, and I look forward to competing with all of you today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chandana Somnath. I study in DPS Modern Indian School, Qatar. I'm in 11th grade, and I'm a commerce student, and I hope you guys like our presentation.
Wonderful. The 2-member team from DPS Modern Indian School, Doha, Qatar. Can we get across to Vantage Hall Girls Residential School from Dehradun?
Hello, everyone. My name is Advika. I live in Qatar. I've opted for commerce in 11th grade. I like reading, dancing, and writing. Thank you.
The rest of the team also, please go on.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Vidhi Bansal from Vantage Hall, Dehradun. I'm a commerce student in class 11th. I play badminton and I'm interested in arts.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dia from grade 11th, Vantage Hall, Dehradun, and I've taken commerce. My interest includes art and reading. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Romi from Vantage Hall, Dehradun. I'm studying in class 11th and I'm a science student. I'm an athlete and I play badminton too. And I would like to thank Notebook for giving us this opportunity.
Hello everyone, I'm Jhanya from Vantage Hall, Dehradun, currently studying in grade 11 science stream, and some of my hobbies would include playing basketball and designing.
Well, a big welcome to all the three schools and all the best to you. Also, to all of my fellow Indians who are watching this, a big congratulations to all of us. We've just secured our first gold medal in the Olympics, that too in athletics, which is a first for us. So a big, big day for all of us Indians, and especially the sports fans on the panel here. Well, yay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were the young entrepreneurs that you would be seeing present before you today. We also have our two wonderful judges, Dr. Pallavi Tak and Soumya Dalua with us, both of them stalwarts in the startup space. Dr. Pallavi Tak has been a judge on a few of these qualifiers before. Ma'am, thank you so much for sparing your time yet again. Mr. Dalua is a sustainability expert and specialist. And sir, thank you so much for being here. It's a privilege to have you on this platform.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without much delay, we would like to move on. Before we do that, just a quick word about Notebook. We at Notebook are an edtech product. We create content that makes lives for our students and teachers easier. This is one of the ways in which we do that. Well, if you've ever missed taking down a line of notes in school, Notebook is there to help you out with content. We shall see a little later exactly how we do that. But right now it's time for us to begin with qualifier number 16. The three schools participating today, just to remind you once again, Delhi Public School from Jorhat, Assam, DPS Modern Indian School from Doha, Qatar, and Vantage Hall Girls Residential School from Dehradun. The first team up is Delhi Public School from Jorhat, Assam. Could the team please switch on your cameras?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, can we start with some other team? One of our members is absent. He'll come soon.
Is the other member in the audience? Then I can promote them to the panel.
Let me check with him. 1 second.
Sure. Can you let me know the name of your team member?
It's Darshil Kohli.
Darshil Kohli. Unfortunately, I don't have a Darshil Kohli in the audience as of now.
1 second, I'm calling him.
Hello.
No worries. So,
yeah, he's here.
Yes, Modern Indians. He's here?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
So sorry about that.
No problem. Darshil, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone before we start?
Hello.
Hi, Darshil.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm Darshil Kohli from Delhi Public School, Jorhat. I'm from 11th Standard Science. I love sports, I love music, and I love to play chess.
Wonderful, Darshil. Could you also switch on your camera once so that we can do a quick check? Perfect. We can see you, we can hear you, and this is when your team gets to start. Gunit, if you guys could please switch on your cameras. Just the DPS school for now. I don't have Gunit on camera yet. So here's how we'll do it. All of you, please keep your cameras on during the presentation. If you are the one speaking, you can unmute yourself and speak. If you're not speaking, whether you keep yourself on mute or unmute, I'll leave that to your background noise levels. Who would be sharing the screen?
Sir, it's me, Darshil.
All right. Darshil, can you try sharing your screen and see if that works?
Yes, sir, it's working.
Yeah, I can see your screen. You let me know when you are ready to start.
Yes, sir.
My suggestion, have your screen ready before I start the timer because I will only give you 7 minutes.
Okay, sir. So is it visible now?
Yes, I can see your screen and I see the presentation is open. I hope all of you are ready.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So team from Delhi Public School, Jorhat, Assam, all the best. Your 7 minutes on the clock starts now.
Good evening, esteemed judges and our fellow competitors and attendees. We, the students of Delhi Public School, Jorhat, are here to present our business model. Our company's name is Workers Bay, and our tagline is You Relax and We Work. Our core team includes of 5 members. This is me, Darshil Kohli as a COO, Daksha Karwa as a CFO, Guneet Atal as a CTO, Simran Ghosh as a CHRO, and Srishti Maludia as a CMO. Our mission is to connect service professionals to service seekers, and our vision is to eradicate unemployment and give common workers livelihood while catering to people's needs and at the same time keeping a carbon footprint to the minimal and rejuvenating nature. The problems that we have identified are unemployment of the people under the unorganized sector. There is an absence of a systematic and hassle-free home services which are of utmost importance in our daily life. Most of the workers are unreliable, unverified, and hard to trust. The services are not provided on time, and hence, later minor issues become a major one. There aren't any genuine service providers, and they also tend to charge very high rates. The pie chart indicates the results from a Google survey conducted to understand the problems of the citizens of Jorhat, and 70% of them agree with the stated problems. Now, a solution. Our solution is to provide an integrated system that will help people to book or hire services of professionals for any designated work. Our employees are going to be workers from the unorganized sector who fail to earn their daily wages. We will provide verified and trustworthy workers with a proper background check and basic training in their service. Our rates will be minimal and in sync with the government norms. Our services will be very easy to access. It will be very reliable, quick, as people can avail the services from the comfort of their homes. These are a few foundational services which we will be providing on demand basis. The services ranges from electrical work, paint jobs, household help, masonry work, cobbling, carpentry work, plumbing or maintenance, and repair work, gardening or landscaping, car wash, and many more services. Now, our target customers. Our approach is local, and therefore, we will initially be beneficial for the people of Jorhat and other small towns around us. It is suitable to almost all economic backgrounds and earning age groups, and accompanies both B2B and B2C. We will be harnessing potential clients by building our customer base, especially through young working couples, elderly people, residential apartments or societies, and commercial hubs. Now, our marketing strategy. After identifying our customers, we will put 5 P's of marketing in place. That is product, price, promotion, place, and people. This includes search engine optimization, unique value proposition, flexible serving location, message subscription, sales support model, newspaper ads, banners and pamphlets, client personas, social media ads, and most importantly, consumer incentives. To make sure the best use of our services, we will provide multiple platforms for people to interact with us. Online platforms such as app and website will let people avail our services in a few clicks. Also, we will be providing option for a toll-free number and a physical office for people who do not have access to technology. Now, Srishti, over to you.
Yes, Darshil. So now we have our competitive analysis. The service sector in Jorhat is not utilized in the most effective manner. There is a local business called Serve Anything, which mainly provides home parlor and salon with a few basic services. They operate through online mode only and have poor management and operation. Another local business is the Loknath Home Services, who, unlike their name, only provide home renovating or interior designing services. Lastly, we have an MNC competitor called the IIM Company, which only works in the metropolitan cities and under commercial hubs. Now moving to the unique selling point or USP, apart from being easily accessible, time-saving as well as cost-efficient, our USP lies in uplifting society in creating job opportunities for the pandemic-affected unemployed strata and also being environmental friendly. Now we have the revenue model. First, the pricing. The price will depend upon the nature of a particular work, the amount of work done, and time taken. A company's commission rate will be an average 15 to 20% on every individual services. Our service cost would include service or label fees, convenience fees, and transportation cost. For example, if a particular service cost came up to be rupees 350, then the service charges will be 300 rupees, 25 rupees convenience charge, 25 rupees transportation cost, and here the company's revenue will be 61.5 rupees, and the worker's share will be 288.5 rupees. These figures are exclusive of all taxes. Now, the other important details of the revenue model. We will be sourcing our funds through bootstrapping, bank loans, sponsors, and angel investors. The mode of payment will be through credit or debit cards, cash on delivery, online banking, including Google Pay, Paytm, etc. Now for the employee contract, we will be hiring workers on monthly salary basis on fixed agreements, so that they can't work individually and have to be present whenever we ask for. Coming to the social impact, this includes social upliftment, empowering women, provision of training for our employees, and education for the children, eradicating poverty and homelessness, and at last, building our company completely eco-friendly, and will be supporting aquaponics and hydroponics with rejuvenating nature. Thank you for your patience, and we are ready for the questions now.
Well done, team. Lovely presentation. I'm a bit of a PPT nerd and I quite like your theme there. Lovely. I will now leave it to the judges to ask you more pointed questions at your business model.
Soumya, would you like to go first?
Yeah. So I just, I have a couple of observations. So you said 350 rupees, you'll be charging for the convenience fee, correct? That will be the charges. So this will be like for across all the services, or it is going to be like, some of the services? I just want to understand a little more about that. The second thing is, what is the, Jorhat, what population you are targeting? Can you just broadly tell me that, middle class or the private sector or the, government employees, how you have distributed? That part, actually, I could not get it from your presentation.
Yes, sir. So I'll take the question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So here's the slide for it. So, sir, this is an example that if the service comes up to be 350, so then the charges will be break up into this. For example, in this example, the service charge is 300. The convenience charge will be 200 fixed for each and every services, no matter the nature of the work. And for the transportation cost, this will be the normal value for each. And if the distance between us and the serving area will be more than 10 kilometers, then the price will rise up with 15 rupees per 10 kilometers. And for our target customers, it's mainly for our potential target customers who are like old people and couples who are living alone. So they will be our main. It will cover all the broad sectors, such as you mentioned, the private sector or any other such fields. So yeah.
So what would be the population segment if in Jorhat? Do you have any data on that? How many? What is the percentage of total population of this segment which you are targeting for?
So for the demography, it covers the whole entire population of Jorhat, and including Jorhat and other small town around us. So it will be around 20 lakhs. Sir.
Okay. And what is the SLA? Like, for example, if I want to go for this service and if I place a request, then how much time it will take, for getting the service from you?
Yes, sir. So if you place an order, there are many platforms that you can connect with us. The fastest mode will be the app. So if you place an order on app, our customer service will immediately take your order and send the nearest available workers to your place directly.
Okay, so you will have a pool of workers,
yes,
or the the people who are having the expertise, yes, and then you will be linking them to those things, correct? That is the way you are going to work.
Exactly.
And what is the time, 3 hours, 2 hours? What is the, you must have you have to define a SLA, correct? I mean, 1 hour, within 1 hour, you'll be getting a service, or half an hour or 2 hours, like that.
Yeah. No, sir, the timing would be exponentially low because we will have many small offices around Jorhat. Means a particular office stock will have around 5 workers there of different service fields. So if someone orders any particular service, the nearest working hub can send a worker there.
Okay.
Timing will be very low.
Sure.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I would also like to add something. May I?
Yeah, please.
So actually, Jorhat is a very small town. So there are big companies like Urban Clap and all don't work here. So we thought of starting Workers Bay so that we can also employ the unemployed people who come from the rural areas like cobblers, electricians, plumbers. And we can also help the young people, young working couples and the elderly people who don't have access to those people right here. Here things always work locally, so we thought we would make something which will help them, which will help also support the unemployed people and also the people who don't know where to go when they want electricians and plumbers here.
Okay. So this will be app-based solution, correct? Through app only we have to link.
No, sir.
Or how? It is app or web?
All type of platforms.
Okay,
So
both.
we'll have a broad
Member, app, website, and a physical office.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
These are the platforms, sir.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Sir.
I'll also. I mean, if I have any more questions, I may ask.
Sure, sir.
So over to you.
Okay, great. Congratulations, team. I love the punchline, which is we work and you relax. I wish we all had somebody who could work for us. We could just relax. Somebody who is reliable and efficient, at whatever we want them to do for us. I really like the way you have already created a survey. You got this to some extent validated that whether there is this need of this kind or not, which is good, very good, because the first step is to put yourself in the shoes of your customers and also get closer to the customers. Third good thing that I think about your whole model is that you are looking at Jorhat completely, and which is absolutely fine. You could always think of scaling up, and the model that you have, the intervention and the gap that you're looking at may not really allow you to scale up immediately. It is very, very operations heavy. Also, because you're looking at the supply side of it, where you're also going to source the people who would work. And on the other hand, you're also going to acquire customers. So you have complexities on both the sides. So my first recommendation is reduce your complexity, at least on one side. Whenever you would employ such people, we'll come to the level of employment or the kind of employment a little later, but you will have to look at their training part, because one problem with people is also that they're not very skilled, whether it's in terms of customer engagement, mannerism, it's in terms of their work and other things, so that then your verifications, which would also include police verifications, etc., to ensure that it's all safe, etc., because they would also be one of your core customers is elderly people, so you really have to ensure that. So maybe to an extent you outsource some part of it, so that on the back end you're sure about the kind of people you're dealing with, because ultimately it's your credibility on which people will be hiring these people, right? So it's your goodwill that will come at stake. So first is that reduce your complexity on the supply side, because right, the customer engagement, all of that is something that you may not be able to avoid. My question here also is, are you planning to have these people on your roles or not?
Ma'am, what was the question?
These people,
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
people going to be on your rolls? You will employ them, or they would just be part-timers, freelancers?
Yeah, ma'am. We will be hiring workers.
Is it any better now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So we will be hiring all these unemployed workers. They exist now, and we will be employing them as our own employees. Means we will hire them on a monthly salary basis, like
Okay.
a corporate.
Okay. Then we might have to get into the nitty-gritties of how much work do we get. I think that's a good idea to hire them, though there will be some compliance issues there that may have to be catered to.
Yeah.
But at the same time, don't have, I mean, this is just a recommendation, not really don't, but think about it. Rather than having it like you need and then we send you, have it something like which is based on subscription. So I subscribe for your services, 4 or 5 kinds of services for across a year. Okay. Now I pay some subscription fees, and then I can completely rely upon you. Whenever I have a problem, I am going to just give you a call or maybe work on your app and then have your people. Now there are 2 problems that get resolved here. One, if you're hiring people full-time on your role, you will have to pay them, right? There has to be a consistent inflow of money there. And this will ensure that part, right? Secondly, sometimes what happens is, you must have seen an urban company also. Urban company might connect some workers to the customers, and sometimes these people would say, okay, let's not keep urban company in between. We can directly come to you. They negotiate, instead of 500, give me 300. And I can come directly to you whenever you have work. This is my number. Things happen like that. So this subscription piece will also help you reduce that, all those pilferages that would happen, right? And one last observation, when you look at women as your gig workers or your employees, one issue might be mobility. So just keep that in mind, if that could be somehow taken care of. If it's hyper local, then women can travel. But if it is a certain distance, then with kids, etc., it may be a little difficult. And I'm not saying that all women can't travel. It's some part of the women probably you would want to benefit. We can also look at that. I don't have an answer to that, but that's probably one of the concerns that we might like to look at. But overall, I agree with Subhayu. Amazing presentation, very good, very neatly done. I like the idea, I like the intervention. There are some interventions in the market already. And of course, when you go to the market, you hit the ground, you learn on the way. You know, we have an enterprise that's learning on its way and doing immense innovations on the ground, small and big, because it's a very interesting sector, but it's a very tough sector, especially on the supply side. Yeah, and that's a real gap in the market that you are trying to look at. So congratulations, very good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, if I may, thanks, Dr. Pallavi. It was really good. So I just, I was having one more observation in terms of, training these, because, there are a lot of, you are dealing with customer, and as Dr. Pallavi mentioned that, supply side and, in terms of providing services every, to the need of the customer, you also have to take care of the training part also, because I think that part is missing in your presentation. I think that also is very crucial.
Yes, sir. So for that, we discussed that we will be hiring and also giving them basic training in them. And also we thought of organizing a workshop with participating ITI, and also workers who are highly skilled and experienced. They can also share their workmanship with the others.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, judges, for those questions, and well done, team, on answering them. The audience, this is where you get to have your say. There's a poll on your screen that would stay there for 90 seconds, waiting for you to tell us how you rate the performance of Delhi Public School, Jorhat, Assam. You can rate the team 5 on 20, 10 on 20, 15 on 20, or 20 on 20. About 30 seconds in, About half the people have voted. I can see that the judges are also putting their scores into the score sheet. Soumya sir, if you could also put in the scores for the team now. Thank you so much. Well, we are about a minute in. 62% of people have voted. Just about the last 15 seconds. A third of the people are yet to vote, so please have your say. Do let us know what you think of the performance of Delhi Public School, Jorhat, Assam. And that's time. Thank you. Thank you, people, for putting in those votes. Thank you, team, for the presentation. Let me quickly take the screen back. Thank you so much. And it is time to call upon the next school, the DPS Modern Indian School from Doha, Qatar. The last of our international teams performing here today, Ritika and Chandana. I shall stop my share. Do let me know who will be presenting the screen.
So I'll be presenting Chandana.
All right. Could you just try it out once?
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, we can see the screen. Are we good to go?
Before that, can I just confirm if you can hear my voice?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
start now.
So team from DPS,
sorry.
Team from DPS MIS Doha, Qatar, all the best. Your time for 7 minutes starts now.
Encourage, enroute, and empower. That's what we plan on doing with Gen Z Travels. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chandana Somnath.
And I'm Ritika Tom, and we are the co-founders of Gen Z Travels.
Before we jump in, here's a glimpse of what Gen Z is. Gen Z Travels is an innovative mobile e-travel guide, which also works as a social media platform that wants to bring a social change by empowering the youth and teenagers.
So why did we come up with Gen Z? Here's an interview showcasing the problems we found. Let's hear it from the people themselves.
Let's see what the teenagers and youth are facing. Anxiety, misery.
Pressure and pressure all around.
Frustration and tension all around.
Pressure all over.
Anxiety. Need a job but don't have a university degree.
Pressure to be settled. Pressure to earn money.
And I want to travel to Qatar 2022, but I don't have enough information about it.
Tension and pressure all over.
Frustration for not having a source of income.
Frustration and tension all around.
I need the job, but no experience.
Life is miserable. Life is tough.
Summarize the problems, we divided it into social and current issue. In the modern world, the teenagers and youth have been one of the main victims of mental health illnesses, which has been severely elevated due to the ongoing pandemic. This has become a major social issue which must be tackled.
Coming to the current issues, we observe that people have a fear of traveling as they have to risk their health. And this has been accentuated because of COVID. And in the case of our residing country, Qatar, people don't have proper information of the places around them. Luckily, every problem has a solution, and here's ours. With Gen Z Travels, we plan on empowering the youth by channeling their wasted energy into something constructive, by involving them in active work and employing them in our functioning to help build a confident future generation.
With Gen Z, users will have reduced to no contact with individuals who are associated with traveling, such as tour guides. Moreover, as students ourselves, we want to build a platform and an opportunity for other students of Qatar to gain confidence and engage themselves in the functioning of our company.
Gen Z offers its application users an all-in-one travel resource where they minimize costs and have an amazing time interacting with other travel enthusiasts and our multimedia software.
To encourage, enroute, and empower, Gen Z is providing a number of features which include a tour guide, youth empowerment, and a social media platform. Now, what are Gen Z's principles? empathize, empower, and employ. As students, we empathize with children our age who need a platform to hone their skills and be part of something big. We are empowering the youth by providing them with work experience, which will also help them for their future. Now, what makes Gen Z so unique? Gen Z is extremely unique in terms of the user experience. Our app is specific to the travel sector, and we're providing a user-friendly platform with all necessary features in one place.
So what makes Gen Z innovative? Two distinct features. With microcations, we take into account the local places and expand our audience to local people. And with personalized recommendations, we make sure that every individual user has their best experience with Gen Z.
Coming to our customers. Our direct customers will be Gen Z's paid customers and those businesses who wish to reach Gen Z users through our platform.
Our indirect customers include those people who collaborate with us to earn money together. No matter how good a product or service is, it cannot succeed without effective marketing. In the case of Gen Z, we will be promoting ourselves through our website, social media, collaborations, and word of mouth through events.
Like in any other field, Gen Z has a set of direct competitors who also provide data on their platform and indirect competitors, which are mostly travel agencies. But we do have competitive advantages. Apart from providing an international and local travel choice, we help our users have a much more authentic travel experience so that they can explore the roots of a country. Gen Z will set itself apart from its competitors by working along with common travel-related agencies. Now, coming to our business model, Gen Z is mostly free for its users. We will be earning our income through advertisements, collaborators, promotions, and paid customers.
To make an impact, Gen Z adds extra value to our customers. For social value, we help empower the youth and make sure that Gen Z has a huge part in society. And in terms of functional value, we give our users an all-rounded travel app.
Now, this is a graphical representation of our revenue stream. Like I said before, we will be earning our income through advertisements, promotions, collaborators, and paid customers, and spending it on the app development, marketing, and research and development. Now, let's take a look at our market opportunity. Gen Z's target market includes both international and local travelers of all ages. Our initial goal is to launch Gen Z for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which will be taking place in our resident country, Qatar. So therefore, our Gen Z initial users will be that of the population of Qatar and the FIFA spectators.
In the case of Gen Z Travels, we plan on investing our initial funding in app development, R&D, and marketing, all amounting to an estimate of 2.1 lakh Indian rupees.
We plan on developing and launching Gen Z as soon as possible. We will continue to research and update our app with the latest information.
Finally, to leave you with the team. To aid the CEOs in the initial stages, we have an advisory body, marketing, app development, and finance team, which will hopefully grow up to be a big organization with many people.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Gen Z Travels is your one-stop destination to meet all the current travel requirements while bringing a social change by empowering the youth and teenagers for a better future of our world. Thank you so much for your time.
DPSMI's Doha, Qatar, wonderful presentation. I love the idea, especially since, who knows, I might be there for the World Cup. Well, I'll leave it to the judges for the questions.
Okay, let me go first. Congratulations again. Good idea, good model, good cause, and a good presentation. What I really liked about your work here is, to begin with, there was a customer survey, but I could really meet your customers or prospective customers, so to say. I think that was a really good feature, which means you've done your homework. Before I move forward, do you really want to start this?
Yes, definitely.
Sure?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. Okay, then that makes sense for us to move ahead. Okay, good things, the survey. Second, you want to do it in a contemporary way, not in a conventional way. And when I say contemporary, because especially you're looking at the young travelers, who would be looking at very different new experiences, of course, safety, and of course, in budget, right? These are also travelers who look at experiences which are not the regular kinds. It could be maybe defined as the road less traveled, more of local experiences, getting to know the people there, not just the places that we see in pictures, right? So so good thing that is there. I also like the personalized consultation piece, and that also leaves me with a question: is it just consultation that you would do, recommendations that you would make, or you would also facilitate in terms of planning of the whole trip, maybe getting the tickets done, getting reservations done, etc.?
Well, we'll have two layers to that. Starting off, there's this free aspect of Gen Z. So with Gen Z free, the user can personalize their own itinerary and make their own plans. And of course, the application itself, the software will provide them recommendations. And on another hand, for paid users who are willing to pay for us, Chandana, please show them the slide. We will be charging us fees for a tour plan, which we will be arranging for them according to their tastes. So there are two layers to that.
Good.
Yes, it will be a ready-made custom tour plan.
Okay. Two quick recommendations. One, I would like to see more of data from a microscopic lens, in the sense of how much per customer gives you, what is the customer acquisition cost, etc. That would add more value to your presentation. I do see some numbers there, but they're very macro level numbers. Let's get into per customer, how would you earn? What is the commission that you would get from the agents that you would connect them to, etc. Second, it'll also be nice to see what is the customer journey with you versus a conventional journey. If maybe you could help us understand, maybe with one slide, how does this journey now with you looks like? You know, the customer goes here, then goes here, then goes here. And that's the reason the customer is more happy, satisfied, and he makes more use of time and money and the experiences there. But otherwise, great idea. And yes, FIFA is around the corner, and I'm glad you plan to start this. So let's hope to get this trip done through you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Great job.
Yeah, so I have a couple of things to check with you. One is on JNG, why I should come to your platform? I mean, how you will be acquiring me? Like, for example, you have said that, FIFA, keeping FIFA World Cup in your, as the target, you are going to reach out to the countries who are going to be part of this event, also the other countries, correct? Beyond those countries, so that, the visitors can log into your, they can subscribe to your platform, and then they can, use it, and then they can visit. Now, my question is, how will we acquiring them? Because, 2022, it is in 2022, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we have few months, if I am not, maybe 1 year or little less than 1 year. So what would be your strategy to acquire those customers for you? That is one. That is what I could not get it from your presentation. Otherwise, the presentation was really good, very unique. The second thing, yeah.
When we started off with our market research, we found that the pricing in Qatar's travel industry is extremely high. So in that aspect, we have much lower prices, which is an obvious attraction for anyone who likes to travel. Second off, we are personalizing it to them, helping them explore the country at its roots, have their best experience with us. So in that case, we have a personal touch with our customers. And Chandana, do you want to add on?
Yeah, and because we are like personalizing, and they will not only get to explore the hotspots, but like the locals and all the local locations and the micro locations, which will be more enjoyed. Like it will be an enjoyed plan and enjoyed trip.
Okay. And the second thing is beyond 2022, I mean, beyond FIFA, how you'll be using this platform?
So first we will be focusing on FIFA, and then in the future we'll definitely want to make it worldwide and grow our business.
So you have, if I understand correctly, you have two set of customers, the B2C and the B2B, correct? Is that right?
Yeah.
So B2B, you have like, you mentioned that, a couple of other, like, service provider, you will be taking, you will be onboarding them also, correct? And your revenue model would be through advertisement. That is what you mentioned, if I understood correctly.
Yes.
So for that also, you have to make some strategy around that. So, I mean, that part, how you'll be doing? I mean, are you going to, you have some plan, because you have less I mean, you have only few months from today. Okay, that is, so one is your development of the application. I mean, you have to get ready with the application, then onboarding the B2B and B2C, and also the the advertiser, I mean, who will be giving you the funds. So these three things has to be go, hand to hand or parallelly, correct? That is what, if I understood correctly.
Yes, sir. So we have already started approaching students from our school, and we have shown them our plan, and we have got a really positive reaction to our plan. And they have also agreed on volunteering to, give information to our Gen Z's database. And as for the app development, we have also already started making prototypes. This is our prototype.
Okay.
And if we were talking about advertisement acquisition, obviously we have to get into marketing first to reach that point. So for that, we had a marketing strategy planned out through social media, through our website, and through collaborating with local businesses and agencies so that we spread their word and they spread ours. So in that way, we will be building up a reputation for advertisers to come into our platform.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Well done, team. Although Instagram call, they want their UX back. Ladies and gentlemen, you will now have the poll on your screen for DPS Modern Indian School, Doha, Qatar. Please do let us know how you found their performances. You can rate them 5 on 20, 10 on 20, 15 on 20, or as most of you are doing, 20 on 20.
I prefer 20 on 20.
Good job on the marketing there. I can already see that you have gotten supporters, and you are clearly using this platform for customer acquisition. So do insert that into your slide as well. Customer acquisition through social media marketing and through B-plan contests.
Thank you.
Well, we are about 31 seconds in and 67% of people have voted. Let's keep those votes coming in. Past the halfway mark, 70% of people have voted. The rest 30%, do have your say. Do let us know what you think about this. And who knows, maybe if you vote for Gen Z, they'll send you a ticket to go attend FIFA in Qatar 2020.
Maybe.
Yes, very big maybe there. I will not raise your costs at this bootstrap level. About 17 more seconds and 76% of people have voted. And that's time. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for letting us know what you think of their performance. Thank you, girls, for that wonderful presentation. I would now like to call upon the next team, which is Vantage Hall Residential. You're welcome. The Vantage Hall Girls Residential School from Dehradun. I will stop my share so that you can share your screen. Well, I can see your screen.
Okay. So my screen is visible, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Do let me know when you are good to go.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready.
All right. So the team from Vantage Hall Girls Residential School, all the best. Your time for 7 minutes on the clock starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, how profitable is your backyard or your lawn? I'm Anvika from Vantage Hall Dehradun, and I'm here with my team to introduce our new idea, Foodscape, an all-women-led organization. Every year, our agricultural land is shrinking, and we lose over 30,000 hectares of cultivable land. Our water table is under pressure. 54% of land in India faces high to extremely high water stress. If India were to feed all its hungry people, we would have nothing left to export. We have limited land, and millions of hectares of land is not being utilized to their full potential and are only being used for aesthetic purposes, also known as landscaping. In addition, many rooftops lie vacant as well. So, it's an urgent need for India to optimize its unused spaces, natural resources, and reduce our carbon footprint. Here at Foodscape, we turn your unoptimized spaces into food growing areas. So, let's say no to landscaping and yes to foodscaping.
So here is what we will do. We connect with owners of unused spaces to grow organic fruits, vegetables, herbs, and even flowers. For us, there is an opportunity to produce something meaningful in every space. Owners keep a limited quantity of the harvest and the rest is sold to us at subsidized prices. Owners also get food vouchers redeemable at our local stores or online using our Foodscape app. How will we do it? We connect with homeowners, commercial property owners, resident societies, and large institutions like schools and colleges that have landscape areas only for aesthetic purposes. Our complete solutions will transform these areas into food growing spaces. Our team of horticulturists and landscapers will balance the aesthetics and utility of spaces so that areas not only look good but also make money by contributing towards the society. Our products would include fresh produce like fruits and vegetables, medicinal herbs for pharmaceutical companies, flowers sold to flower vendors, and organic seeds.
Our customers are at the heart of our organization. Who are our customers? Our customers are people who care about the environment, are sensitive towards price, are educated, and even health conscious. Our other customers include flower vendors and pharmaceutical companies. Our team conducted a survey of 52 prospective customers throughout Dehradun. According to the survey, 75% people said they have garden, 51.9% would like to earn from their garden, and 63.5% would like to do foodscaping. Our sales and marketing strategy. We will start by spreading awareness at public gathering places where our targeted customers are present. We will spread awareness in schools as students are more concerned and aware about the environment. Thus, they will take the initiative to go home and talk to their parents about it. We'll conduct webinars, seminars, and even workshops. We'll contact NGOs and corporates as we have the same mindset, so it's easier to connect and reach our customers through them. Other methods that we'll adopt to reach our customers include by flyers, by direct marketing, by spreading our word locally, by direct digital marketing, and providing free starter samples to people. Our Foodscape app plays an important part for our sales. Now, Romy will explain about our Foodscape app.
Benefits of the Foodscape app are home delivery, track environmental impact, show success stories, turn change into donations. Like if you buy something from us and you're left with some spare change, you get an option to donate that change for girl child education via our app, enhance overall experience and customer support. This is our Foodscape app where you can avail our services online.
So who will be our competitors? Our competition will be among those farmers and retail shops who grow and sell organic produce. Competition analysis. Our strengths over our competitors are Our capital cost is lower since we use the residents' land. We produce and sell locally, hence the transportation cost is lower. We not only sell fresh and organic produce, but also provide a platform for like-minded people to contribute. Our app also helps with availability and home delivery. So where are we going to sell our produce? We are going to sell our produce in our own foodscape rented local retail outlets with cold storages, distribution centers where you can just order and pick up, or you can also order it online and it will be delivered to your doorstep. Next up is our revenue model. In our initial year, we will be growing various vegetables, but for the sake of revenue model, we have taken the example of tomatoes. In 1 acre of land or 72 homes, assuming each home gives us 600 square feet of space. So by taking the sales price of tomatoes per kg and multiplying it with the total produce, we calculate our revenue. Here what we have is a compressed versions of projections. In our year 1, we will target 72 homes. In year 2, 216 homes, and in year 3, we have 432 homes. The budgeted profit in year 1, year 2, and year 3 is approximately 6,000, 28 lakh, and 70 lakh respectively. As our initial investment, we have 20 lakh, which we are going to arrange from our own pocket and by taking loan under the Prime Minister Employment Generation Program.
Social impact. Optimize unused land, avoid wastage of water, reduce carbon emission, turn change to donation. We donate 1 rupee per purchase and women empowerment. Our team consists of Advika, Janya, Dia, Vidhi, and Romi. Here's a small video for you all that shows our social impact. So dear audience, I want to leave you all with a message that you cannot eat fruits, you cannot eat grass, but you can eat fruits and vegetables. So stop landscaping and start foodscaping. Thank you.
Well done, and just in the nick of time too. Exactly on the dot in 7 minutes. But wonderful idea. Dr. Tak, I'll leave it to you for the questions.
Okay, great again. Good presentation. I think fantastic idea. Really like the idea of you're saying from landscaping to foodscaping. I think that's a need of the hour. We all need that. We all need to understand that aesthetics is one thing, but there's a lot that we can do with the land that is around us. All women team, the co-founding team, great. I think that's wonderful. You all look good together.
Thank you, ma'am.
Nothing against men, but this team looks fantastic. I didn't like the survey, that was very specific. I'm sure you would have other things also that probably is a compressed version, but those 3 questions made a lot of sense to me. So good. The approach was really good. It was very practical, doable, and again, being close to the customer. That's your best friend, Quick comments. Are you only looking at terrace farming, or you're looking at any underutilized or unutilized or misutilized land which we see in our neighborhoods?
Thank you for asking that question, ma'am. We will be looking at all the spaces that are not being optimized. So that can be your yard and can also be your rooftop as well. All the spaces.
Okay, but you really need these. I mean, these are privately owned pieces of land.
Yes,
is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you only see community as giving you land, or you also see community being a part of the farming process?
No, ma'am. We will only be taking the space from them. All the services will be provided by us.
Okay, fair enough. Then I would say that when you said farmers are your competitors, then farmers are your friends here. Farmers are your collaborators here, because especially these kind of lands are in urban areas, and we do see a lot of migration has happened because we know the state of agriculture in our country. So a lot of migration has happened. So there are a lot of people in the urban areas, in the neighborhoods where we see they know farming, they understand farming, but probably they're not practicing farming. right? So look at some of them, if not all of them, as your collaborators also. And also maybe some of them, if your prices work well, then they can also probably sell your vegetables. You could also maybe collaborate and have carts for them, special carts that would go around the city, and that will be a different different positioning of your enterprise. People would know this cart means that kind of produce, which means organic produce, which means very responsibly produced produce, something like that. These are just ideas. Think about what works best for you on the ground. And I also see an organic revolution happening through this. So it's a very strong instrument. Having said that, people, glad that you didn't say that it's a community engagement, which also would have made sense, but we can't rely completely on community because everybody wants to be in their comfort zone. So they would want to be a part of it, maybe over weekends, but not really be interested in doing the dirty job every day, for which they may not even have time. So yeah, overall, very interesting model. Lot can be done to chisel this model, but great. Do you really plan to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
sure.
Okay, fair enough. And where do you want to start it from?
I agree with you, but farmers are our competitors too, as they are producing organic food.
See, anybody who's doing the same kind of a job may not be really competition. Look at what will benefit your enterprise more. Calling them competitors, and imagine you're going to investors saying that they are our competitors and also claiming that it's a social impact enterprise looks a little conflicting, sounds a little not convincing. I'm not saying don't say it when you don't even mean it. What I'm saying is try and look at the model a little differently, because who is the best person to grow? Farmer, right? And in most of the cases, farmer is not the retailer. You're mixing the two. Farmer doesn't really produce all the time. You in any case would need people who will have to do farming, right? Again,
Yes,
think
ma'am.
about it. Think about it. Be more strategic about it. So yeah, that's what I have to say. But I think amazing idea, amazing presentation, and a lot of potential. Let's work on this together.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so much,
ma'am.
ma'am.
One more co-founder getting added, but I'll need stakes.
Yes, ma'am. We look forward to you. Our first customer.
So I agree with Dr. Pallavi. So it's a very good presentation and also very unique foodscaping. So I have a couple of suggestions and also one or two questions. So you said you are also addressing the water, because water table is going down across India. You have shown a one PPT where in the landscape you have shown that these are the areas which are under stress. So I actually, on social impact, I would like to work a little bit more, and you should actually show that how you are going to save the water stress which India is facing currently. And the second thing is you also can highlight about the oxygen, the carbon emission or those kind of thing also you can track. That is just a suggestion to you. The question which I am having right now is you have 72 households, that projection which you were given for year one. So now once the produce is available with you, vegetables are all perishable items. So how you are going to store it, the supply chain part, that part I could not find from your presentation.
So do you mind repeating the question?
Hello? Am I audible?
So we'll store our vegetables. We'll have a cold storage. We'll rent a cold storage, and there we'll store our vegetables.
Okay. Okay. And how will be acquiring the retail outlets? Who will be selling your product?
So we will have our own retail stores in the local community itself. so that the residents, they don't have to travel a long distance to buy our fresh and local organic produce.
Okay. So we'll be having multiple outlets across the city. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your suggestions.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Well done, team from Vantage Hall Girls Residential School. I can't wait to see the Deloitte office's rooftop sprouting tomatoes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is your chance to let them know what you think of the presentation. The poll is on your screen. You have 90 seconds to rate the team's performance. Not bad. Good job on getting more supporters into the audience.
That's a good thing.
Because I can see the polls, I know exactly how many supporters you have in the audience.
Thank you so
Great
much.
thing, which is a great thing. A huge part of
Yes,
being an entrepreneur is to get people that you know and who know you to put their faith and effort behind what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
We are about 40 seconds in and 75% of the people have voted. The rest 25%. Do not listen to this in a podcast mode. Pick up your device and do vote. We'll still wait for the results, and the judges are putting the scores in the score sheets as we speak. But I can tell you this with fair amount of certainty that all three teams today have absolutely neerajed it. That's going to be my new word for the day, neerajed. I'm going to turn that into a verb and make sure people use it.
Yes, absolutely.
15 more seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen. Be quick with your votes or you'll have to hear more such sad jokes from me to help pass the time. Just the last couple of seconds, and that is time. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, thank you to all the participants for those three wonderful presentations. The judges have put in their scores in the score sheets. I would now like to invite the judges back for their comments, their take on all these three wonderful ideas that they saw and the idea of entrepreneurship in general that we're trying to inculcate with this contest. Soumya sir, would you like to go first?
Yeah, so I would congratulate to all the three teams. It is really exciting to see all these unique ideas from all three of you, and I see a lot of potential of all the ideas which you have actually present to us today, and I would like to see that some of you are having this model in the market and maybe using it. I'll be the user going forward in one or all of them, because like for example Jorhat, I may not be there, but I can find it out that this is happening in Jorhat. Similarly for Dehradun, maybe I may not be there in person, but I can find it out. So all the best to all the three teams.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Tar, would you go next?
This is the third time that I'm coming to meet young entrepreneurs, and just like the last two meetings, it's so inspiring. Can we have all of you on the video? It's nice to see, and yeah, awesome. So young entrepreneurs, really inspiring entrepreneurs. We took a long time to understand, to learn all these things, which at a very young age, you're all learning. You've already learned to a good extent. So again, congratulating all of you on being fast learners, and not just fast learners, efficient learners, and not just learners, doers. One thing that was really good and common in all three pitches today was that you all went close to your customers. You spoke to your customers. I think that's a first mantra that we all need to understand. Problem statement can be seen from different angles, but most importantly, it needs to be understood from the point of view of your customers. You learn so much when you get closer to them. You empathize, you understand, they give you ideas, they give you positioning. They also tell you what could be your innovation and your positioning and your USP. So very glad that you understand its worth, and that's the reason probably that was there on the presentation. One observation, while understanding what's your competition and what's your collaboration, even in the, I don't know how many teams are going to be a part of this movement that Notebook has undertaken. All of you are not really competitors for each other. This may be in this competition, but actually you all can collaborate in a lot of ways, business and non-business ways. You can learn from each other. So it's great to compete on one hand, but also be smart to understand, like you've all been building team to be able to do this fantastic work here. You really need to understand that, and very strategically also, from strategic viewpoint also, that there is so much that you can learn and so much where you can collaborate with the other teams, with the other people and the team members. So make sure that you're using max of this platform, right? This is to give you the first taste of what entrepreneurship could look like and feel like, more importantly, not really look like. We read so many articles, that's how entrepreneurship looks like. But how it feels is when you get to the ground and hit the ground and work there, that's real fun, real fun. And as I always say, entrepreneurship is a way of life. And I'm sure with all this exercise, working together, you would have understood that there is so much design thinking into it, which you can directly apply in all other aspects of your personal as well as your school life, So I think that's all I have to say. Another good observation that's good about you is that you all are working on problems that you see around. You already know how it feels. For example, the teenagers who are not very comfortable traveling. Needless to say, you come from the same. You are the customer. So you understand, you are the customer in the sense you are the people who have that pain point. You understand that customer segment very well. When it comes to the neighborhoods, to understand what are the problems, why are we wasting this much of resource, water, land? When people are hungry, we don't have good food, we are not using our resources in an optimal way. So that's again a problem that we see around. And seeing is seeing, learning is learning, and doing is doing. So with these presentations, you have made the first step towards making that change possible. And at this moment, you may not even know that that has happened subconsciously. You might still be thinking that this is just a competition, but you would realize a few years later that how much it will go with you. It's not just a matter of a couple of days that you would participate and win or whatever. It's going to be with you, stick with you for a long time. So again, congratulations to all of you. Fantastic job. You inspired us. Literally, you inspired us, and we learned from you. I don't know how much you learned from us. We might be talking very complicated, and we might be making things a little complicated and complex for you. Or I don't know how much sense it makes to your minds, the recommendations we give. But this is given that we are all learning from you. And thank you for doing that. And our future is safe. I'm so glad with you people. So congratulations once again, whatever the results may be, you're all winners because you're all learners here. And now not just learners by doing it. So congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So much, ma'am. Thank you so much for those words of encouragement. I'm sure they mean the world to these young entrepreneurs. And I saw you asking that question, would you be doing this for real, to almost all the teams that you've judged so far, which is so important, right? You really want to see them going ahead from this and doing that. Thank you. Thank you so much for sparing so much of your time for this event.
Now,
I hope
I asked this question also because there is again a mindset here that only after a certain age, of course, from compliance viewpoint, that's true also. that only after a certain age we can do things. But I think there is no age for entrepreneurship. So just start, even if it's small, just start. And we are there to back you. We're there to help you, assist you wherever.
Ma'am, given the number of people that you have now agreed to join as a co-founder, I think we've significantly increased your portfolio. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to call upon Achin Bhattacharya, the founder and CEO of Notebook, another entrepreneur who, after 17 years at the helm of large consulting corporations, decided to take the plunge into education because he saw a need in delivering high-quality educational content to every single child in India. Achin, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I think really a wonderful show. Must compliment and congratulate all my young friends. Delhi Public School, Jorhat, Assam, DPS, Modern Indian School, Qatar, and Vantage Hall Girls Residential School. So I must say that when I was watching your session today, really felt great. To me, all of you are leaders of tomorrow for your innovative concepts. Focus on sustainability, so important. And also for your confidence, passion, and teamwork. So I think really, really great. I also thank my esteemed judges, Dr. Pallavi Tak and Mr. Soumya Dalua, for your time. I think some very encouraging and insightful questions from the judges. Great mentorship and handholding. So, and I think this is one of the prime takeaways from this session. So you might have great ideas, you worked as a team, you've come here, you presented them, and also you get to get some great ideas. It's really important to take feedback in terms of your concept. That only helps you fine tune, right? So I think all the ideas that I heard today, I really like them, great concepts. The last one, eradication of hunger, one of the causes which is personally so close to my heart. Something that I really dream to see one day. That each person, each human being, each person in this world has adequate food for himself or herself. One of the causes which is very close to me. So there's a very good quote on this by President Kennedy, who once said, "The war against hunger is truly mankind's war of liberation." But then again, the best possible thought on hunger eradication came from someone who is the father of our own nation. Mahatma Gandhi once said, and if you listen to this carefully, you'll understand the depth of his thought. He once said, there are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. That goes on to show the depth of his thought, his compassion. So I think I'm really happy to see the kind of concepts that all of you are coming up with. It's so much of focus on sustainability, of the issues around you, and your empathy for the same. I think entrepreneurship is all about being able to identify the need of your consumer, the need of your would-be consumer. Can you really feel his or her pulse? Can you actually understand what he or she needs, even better than the consumer itself? I'm sure all of you recollect legendary Steve Jobs saying that I know better than my customer what he or she needs. That goes on to show the confidence of the man as to why he was a legend in himself. So I think being able to feel the need of the customer is very important. And I really saw, at your age, it is really commendable, the kind of thought that has gone into your presentation. You have really worked it through. And also I saw some great research, working on numbers. I agree, it might need fine tuning, but I think it's a great start. And that is the objective. It's a great start. And I'm sure you'll only grow from strength to strength with each passing year. So I think great show. I thank all the principals for supporting our humble endeavor. And of course, you have made all your teachers and parents so proud of your performance. Really, overall great. I thank all of you again. Over to you, Shubhai.
Thank you, Achin. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Well, as I told you, Achin is the founder and CEO of Notebook. Here's a little sneak peek on what Notebook content looks like.
नमस्ते बच्चों, नोटबुक में आपका स्वागत है। इस नए वीडियो को आपके सामने प्रस्तुत करते हुए हमें बेहद खुशी हो रही है। हमारा उद्देश्य है परंपरागत शिक्षा को आधुनिक तरीके से पेश करना, ताकि हमारी ये नई पीढ़ी या आप सभी कहीं भी कभी भी इसे आसानी से पढ़ सकें।
Hello students, today we are going to study the story Madam Rides the Bus, written by Valli.
The king, Louis XVI, had come to power in 1774 at only 20 years of age. The king helped the 13 American colonies gain independence from Britain.
Curly brown hair turning permanently black. If you memorize this line, it will help you remember the ratios all your life. How? Let's see. Some people have is a way of remembering sine is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse. Provides energy for everything you do throughout the day. Next is the nucleus, the brain of the cell. This is where all the secrets are stored. Why do you think you have black eyes as your parents? Aha! Thank the nucleus.
Whoa, what is this? We are gonna drown.
Don't worry, you're not going to drown. This is the cytoplasm.
Sometimes, a fully grown individual, such as hydra or planaria or starfish, can give rise to a complete individual from its body parts. Isn't this interesting?
नोटबुक में आप सभी का पुनः स्वागत है।
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were a couple of things that I needed to cover, and I will now put the teams out of the suspense that we have created. 3 wonderful presentations. I'm sure they're waiting for the results. Remember, we had 64 teams participating in the qualifiers. The top 24 from these 64 teams will make it to the semifinals. The semifinals start on Monday. So 9th, 10th, 12th, and 13th. We have the 4 semifinals. And finally, the top 12 teams make it to the grand finale, which is on 15th August, Sunday. Also tomorrow, Sunday, 8th of August, we have a very special masterclass. And it is my privilege to invite all of you to tomorrow's masterclass, which will be conducted by Mr. Sunil Kanodia, Vice Chairman of Shrey Infrastructure Finance Limited, one of India's largest financing companies and one of India's stalwart entrepreneurs in himself. It would be our privilege if you would come and join us for this very special masterclass. Well, I know the students are going to beat me alive if I make them wait any longer. So here it is. Delhi Public School, Jorhat, Assam. You had 86 from the judges and 13 from the audience. TPS Modern Indian School, Doha, Qatar. You have 87 from the judges and 16 from the audience. Vantage Hall Girls Residential School. You have 87 from the judges and 16 from the audience. Remember I said that you neerajed it? I was not kidding. 87, that's the number. And more importantly, please do remember that these numbers are being rounded up or down based on the decimal point. And in case of a tie, we will use the decimal points to break the tie. Well, this is how the final scores stack up. Delhi Public School, Jorhat, you finish with 99 out of 120. DPS Modern Indian School, Doha, Qatar, you finish at 102, which is equal to what our leaderboard toppers have at the moment. Vantage Hall Girls Residential School, you have 103, and you at the moment are at the top of the leaderboard. Do enjoy that feeling because it's going to last for exactly 2 days, because from Monday, the semifinals start and it's a fresh start. But this has been a fantastic round, one of our highest scoring so far, and we have loved to end the qualifiers with such a wonderful, wonderful bang. As for me, I shall take your leave, but it's been a privilege playing host to all of you. Do take care and do join us for the masterclass tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 Indian time. Until then, take care and goodbye.